Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to Bustin' Apex Legends. Today we're going to bust a whole bunch of myths in this game. I have been absolutely enjoying this a lot, and this is all the advanced tips I have discovered along the way, along with a few additional things that might help you to win in this brand new Battle Royale. Alright guys, let's get started. So just like in Titanfall, you can slide, but you can slide really long distances. The great thing is you're not actually limited to just sliding. You can actually do things while you're sliding. For instance, you can actually heal while you're sliding down a hill. So if you get into a fight, you lose your health, but you need to retreat, you can retreat and you can heal up at the same time, making you much better prepared to fight the enemy. So that is confirmed. Now another great thing about sliding is you can actually shoot backwards while you're sliding down a hill. So you start your slide off, you then stop touching any of your directional controls, and then you can just look around. You got that free look and you can snipe back, you can shoot back, you can do whatever you need to do and fire back at the enemies, which again is confirmed and it's freaking awesome. Now just like PUBG, you can store your weapons and run faster, but you can also store your weapons and actually jump higher. You'll actually be able to get up higher walls and onto higher positions, which of course means tactical advantage if you can get yourself to a higher location. So that is confirmed and that's a really handy little tactic. Now another great mobility tip is that you can change directions on the zip line. You can actually do this by jumping off, so you actually hit the jump button, you'll jump off the zip line, you then 180 as you're coming back down, you reattach yourself to the zip line again and fly back the way. Of course this is great if you're getting shot at or someone spots you as you're part way over. It's a really nice way to get out of the trouble and that is confirmed. And a little bonus tip about zip lines is also you can drop off by actually crouching. This is great because you don't have to jump up in the air and you spend longer in the air obviously if you jump. So you can actually drop off, and of course you drop off a zip line earlier, you can maybe ambush someone. I like this little tip, so that's confirmed as well. Now something that confused me and my mates for a very long time was actually figuring out if a drop of loot coming in from the sky was actually that of a player or just a random loot getting dropped in. And you can actually tell by looking at the pods. So the random ones that just appear randomly on the map by themselves, they have kind of red paint and not so much in the way of any kind of details. But the lifeline ones, the ones that we call in by players, they are actually blue and kind of have the medical cross on the sides of them. So you can identify whether it's a player that's dropped it in or if it's just a random one. And this is great if you're looking to attack the enemy when they're getting some loot. So that is confirmed. Now another thing that confused me at the start was when I was dropping in, I was kind of like flattening out and I was flying a really long distance. But sometimes I was noticing that I wasn't getting as far as I was before, and I was thinking, how the heck is this, what's causing this? And I didn't realize until later that you actually slow down as a result, because you're not going as fast, you can't keep as flat. It means you can't go as far. So what you actually had to do is dip yourself down and gain airspeed, then you can flatten out again. And this means you can actually go further, like way further. So just dipping down and then straighten out again will get you a lot further along the map. And if you want to get to maybe somewhere that the enemy isn't going to be there for ages, then this is a really, really good tactic. So that is confirmed. Now to begin with, I thought you could only respawn one person. And I didn't realize until one game I had both people's banners and I was actually able to respawn both of them. And I just didn't know this was a thing. We actually went on to win this game as well, which was great. So yeah, it really is like worth grabbing the banners. Even if you just grab them and kind of escape, just get away, it is very much worth it. And I love the fact you can bring both your teammates back. So that is confirmed. Now we got a myth that I read about, which was that you can go further with the redeploy balloons if you stow your weapons away before you actually go. And I did a test with this side by sides, and I don't see it. Like, they don't seem to be going any further. In my test, I landed in the same tuft of grass in both ones. And one I stole my weapons before I go, and the other ones I have my weapons out. And as far as I can tell, this is busted. You do not go any further by stowing your weapons when you're using the redeploy balloons. But you guys let me know what you think of this. Players can be crushed by a resupply drop. Now I thought, because the threat indicator does appear when a drop's coming in above you, I thought it was actually going to, potentially kill you. But I was amazed to find out that it doesn't. You just kind of get pushed out of the way. So it's very, very safe. It's a bit of a pity. It would have been a great way to kill a player. And unfortunately, this myth is busted. Now, a great little tip is that in the inventory menu, you can actually tell what your teammates have on. So you can see their headgear, you can see their body armor, their revive shield, and also their backpack level as well. So if you come across a level 2 backpack, for instance, you can actually just quickly check the inventory screen and see if any of your teammates need it before you actually ping it. And it's a great way to kind of keep up to date with what everybody has, and maybe someone's forgotten they don't have any helmets on. You can tell them, go find a helmet. So I think that's a great tip to keep your team well equipped, which of course is very, very important in this game. Now, there's some loot crate only weapons you get in this game that you can only get from the drop pods. These weapons are very, very powerful, but if you haven't used them much, you might suck with them to begin with. A great thing about this is that you can actually load up the training mode and you can test out both of the weapons. So both of them are available on the training mode and they respawn constantly, so you can take them and have a little test fire with them and get used to them. Because of course, the big 50 cal sniper has a really slow rate of fire, so you have to make sure you hit. And of course, it's different from using any other sniper rifle. So going into training and trying it out is brilliant. You can also go in and test out the shotgun as well. And the interesting thing about the shotgun is it fires its kind of pellets in a straight line. So hitting target is kind of quite difficult in certain situations. So if you know where that line is going to be, you can make sure you hit your targets all the time. So I recommend doing that, booting up the training mode and just giving these weapons a little go, because you might not see them that often in the game. Also, these two weapons use unique ammunition which you cannot refill. So once you run out of bullets, you're out of bullets. So make sure you use them only when you can hit the targets. Now, I should also point out that these are not the only gold weapons you can get in the game. When you're doing your drop in, you'll see these columns of light coming out of the ground. This actually indicates that it's a high tier loot area, but there's also a single gold weapon there. Now, it's not the same one from the crates, it's just the normal weapons, but they're fully kitted out with gold mods, making them gold weapons. And if you find them, you can kick ass with them. But of course, a lot of people are also going to be trying to find that one weapon down there as well. So there we go, guys. That is a whole range of myths for Apex Legends. This game is really impressing me. Like I'm amazed at how complex it is, and it's kind of got that Rainbow Six element to it, which I think is brilliant. But of course, it's a battle royale, but it's also a refined battle royale, which is very hard to come by because most battle royales are like early access. This is actually just a complete experience, and it's free, which is amazing. And of course, they'll be adding in new legends in the future, but they're also going to be adding in new weapons too. So we're going to have a lot of stuff to test as time goes on with this game and as it develops. And hopefully they're going to continue to make a very good battle royale that will go on into the future. You guys can let me know what you think of this game in the comments below. You can also tell me, what kind of legends would you like to see come in, what kind of abilities, and what kind of weapons from the Titanfall games would you like to see return, because there's quite a lot of them that aren't in here yet, but I expect that they're going to be added in as time goes on, which I can't wait for because I love the Titanfall games. So anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.